Hi, Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 30th, 2022 New Moon reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see, Leo, what energy we have to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have the Six of Swords. Oh, that's so interesting. So what instantaneously came forward was a fight, and that can be from the sword energy coming forward, where it's like, it's the only weapon in the tarot. But there's a sense of needing to move forward, but there's going to be a fight about how we move forward, about where we're going, about how something is going to be. So it's interesting. It's like you have one idea of how something should be going forward, and this other person is going to have another idea. And yet you're going to gather up your information, you're going to gather up your knowledge, and you're really going to make your point quite clear. So what Spirit is saying here is be mindful, because they're going to want to go in a different direction. Make things as clear, concise, and factual as possible, okay? Really just come back to things with facts. And that's going to be a very powerful thing. Now let's look at our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. This is spiritual awakening. It is the crown chakra. And that's just what it is. It is an awakening of our spirit. Our mind is opening. We're going to find that we're understanding things. We're seeing things. We're awakening in a way that we hadn't expected, or that we didn't even think of. So that's going to be a very, very beautiful thing. So let's see what the moon has to say. I'm going to be using the Moonology cards and the Queen of the Moon, and we're going to see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Oh, goodness. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Perfect. So we have a Celtic cross laid out. I'm just going to flip everything over at once. Beautiful. So where we are right now is a fiery climax is approaching. This is the full moon in Aries. This new moon is in Gemini, and this new moon is intense because we're in a Mercury retrograde. This new moon is in Gemini, Mercury rules Gemini, and so the Mercury retrograde comes out, quite powerfully here. But what I've been seeing when it comes to Mercury retrogrades is, yes, it confuddles conversation, but it also brings forward kind of those things that we've been tripping over that need to be brought to the surface, that need to be looked at. And either we look at them during a Mercury retrograde, or they're just going to keep on tripping us up until the next Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde is from May 10th to June 3rd. The shadow period, the post-shadow period, ends on June 18th. So a fiery climax approaches. There's something that's made really quite clear during this new moon. And it's going to be the energy approaches, the energy comes forward. So it can be that it becomes, even more clear, like a spotlight is put on it till the full moon, okay, because this is a full moon in Aries. But it is also a sense of, I'm seeing it better, I'm understanding it better. There's a passion that's building within us, Leo. We need to listen to it. What we are challenged by is the realization that we are the key. We're still thinking, okay, I have to find something else out, or I have to look at something differently, or I have to, go here, go there, do this, do that. And what Spirit is saying here is, you're the key. Why are you looking externally when so much is held internally? So that's going to be the challenging thing that this moon really does bring forward. Now it moves us to what we're focusing on, and it's don't let the past hold you back. There's something here that we're saying, oh, because this happened, I can't ever. Or the past has really laid down the foundation of my future, of my present, and I'm stuck. Do not let the past hold you back. This is the South Lunar Node. And it is said that our destiny is echoed between the South and the North Lunar Nodes. So really taking that into account, really knowing that my destiny is coming forward. And though the South Lunar Node is considered the tail of the dragon, the rudder, right? That which balances us. It balances us. It's what we learn and build off of. But it isn't where we get to be stuck. What we seem to be focusing on here right now, Leo, is that I'm stuck here. Like, I don't want my past to define me, but I don't know how to break out of it. And it brings us to our past, which is blossoming. What we're going to realize is that so much of our past, and this is up till, the right before the 30th of May, is that so much of our past was about blossoming into ourselves. We might be late bloomers. We might still be figuring out how to bloom and thinking, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. I'm too old for this, type of thing. No, you're not. You're not. Stop judging yourself off of anybody else's expectations and start seeing what your soul is guiding you to, what your soul is leading you to, what you truly want, need, and are discovering within yourself. It brings us then to our strength. And our strength is that the answers to our questions are coming. And this is the full moon in Gemini. So very strong Gemini energy is within our strength. It's that we're getting answers, we're getting understanding. We're starting to really see that the questions that we've had, or the doubts that we've had, or the fears that we've had, or the ways that we've been overwhelmed, or even just how we're trying to figure out things, all of a sudden our answers come. The answers we need are coming, and we can feel it. They might not come all at once on the 30th of May, like we're just standing there and all of a sudden we know everything. But there's the awakening, the focusing on our crown chakra that really does lead us to this place of like, oh, I get this. I see this. I understand it now. And it starts to open up our doors. The near future is action. We're fire sign energies. We love action. We love the doing. We love the being involved. Now, our action might be different, from one Leo to the other. But this is a time where us taking action, our near future is about us, kind of grabbing the bull by the horns, taking action, going after what we want, going after what we need, going after what we're looking for, but also letting our bodies express themselves. We need that movement. We need the power of it. We do. There's a power in our movements, in our bodies that we need to connect with. It moves us to our suggested approach, and it says, have faith in your dreams. They're not impossible. Have faith in your dreams. Have faith in what you're building in yourself. Have faith of how you're moving forward and what you want. The moon is telling us here that even though it might not all seem logical or practical, even though it might be overwhelming or intricate or whatever, have faith in your dreams. Have faith in what you've pictured for yourself. Because it moves us to this place of what we need to know. We need to trust. We need to trust us. We need to trust in the power of the moon and the world and the visions that we have and the way that we're moving forward. We need to trust. And as we start to trust, our hopes and our fears come forward. And it's looking at the bigger picture. It's afraid that we're afraid that we might get swallowed by the bigger picture. That as we look at the bigger picture, we just see ourselves being overwhelmed. We see it not moving forward. And then also at the same exact time, our hopes and our fears are that we see the bigger picture, that we know what it is that we want, that we know what it is that we're moving towards. And it's like, okay, I got this. We are afraid that it'll just completely overwhelm us, just completely envelop us. I'm just seeing a little kid like trying on their mom's clothes, right? Playing dress up and just being completely engulfed by the clothing, by the fabric. And here it's saying, okay, you're not going to be completely engulfed. Or even if you are, it's not going to be something that's going to be forever. It's like, okay, how do I deal with this? How do I balance this? How do I understand this? And then we get it. And then all of a sudden everything fits. All of a sudden it's exquisite. So it moves us then to our potential future, which is balance. This is the key to us. We're realizing, and our challenge is the realization that we are the key. And as we start to realize that, as we start to see that, we start to become more balanced in what we want and what we're looking for and what's important to us, appropriate for us. Because have you ever seen that when you start to live somebody else's dream, or you start to say, oh, well, this really works for this person, they're successful, so I'm going to do exactly what they do, and it doesn't work, and you're like, I hate this. This is horrible. Like, why would you ever do this? It's because it wasn't your dream. It wasn't bringing you balance for your soul. It brought them balance for theirs. So this is a time where we're looking at things and we're starting to see ourselves and we're starting to kind of accept us more. This moon is really having ourselves be more accepting of who we are in the bigger picture of what we want. So let's dive into the tarot and see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, of course, it fell right on the floor. Our past energy that's coming forward. So let me grab this. You guys get to hear my squeaky, squeaky floor as I do so. Okay. Okay. Getting the dog hair off of it from Esme. There we go. Then we have our present, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. These two right here. And finally, our future, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This one. The spirit's like, don't put that down. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, so let's look at this. Let me pull my chair closer. We have the sun, beautiful. We have the King of Swords. We have the Nine of Inspiration. We have the King of Swords, and we have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. Oh, that's beautiful. Our present is astoundingly powerful. So our past is the sun. This is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. So we might be saying, Dane, my past was not happy. It was not enjoyable. It was not what I wanted it to be. But there is a radiance to you that has come forward through your past. There is a brilliance that maybe you only got to glimpse every now and then, but it is a powerful part of you. It moves us to our present, the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups. The King of Swords is the highest court card of air signs, right? So air signs are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is us really knowing our mind, knowing what we want, knowing what we desire. There's a fierceness, there's a determination, there's a brilliance to us during this time. Utilize it. It moves us to the Queen of Cups. I love how her hands are out receiving the healing, connecting with the universe. That's what we need to do. We need to open up our hearts and connect. And as our hearts and our minds come together, because that's the energy that's coming forward, it's like the perfect pairing. It's a couple that you look at like individually and you think, oh, wouldn't work. But you see them together and you're like, oh my gosh, they figured it out. And that's extraordinary. That's the energy that's coming forward here. People would think, oh, this won't work, or oh, this isn't, how it's supposed to be. And yet it's exquisite together. And that's the real powerful thing. It brings us then to the Nine of Wands. Our future with the Nine of Wands is being pulled in so many different directions. The Nine of Wands is everybody having an opinion, everybody having a way of seeing things. Everybody telling us, oh no, it's this, oh no, it's that. It's like, okay, that's great. But now I need to really see what's right for me, where I'm headed, where I'm going. Because we feel overwhelmed and battered and bruised by everybody's opinion, everybody's way of doing things. And it moves us then to our subconscious energy, because we have to really stay firm within ourselves in the future. So our subconscious lunar energy is resistance, and emotions run high. As our emotions run high, our resistance, our resilience, our ability to still grow and to still expand, even though we might be overwhelmed, even though we might be confused, even though we might be looking at things and thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do this. We're going to see here that, like, no, I'm still growing, I'm still moving forward, I'm still powerful. And our emotions run high because it also makes us emotional. You know, with everything that I've been through in my life, with everything that could have broken me, I wasn't broken. Or even if I was broken, I picked myself back up. And that's the power that Spirit wants us to know of, that the moon wants us to really connect with during this time. It moves us to our subconscious chakra energy, which is peace. Again, the crown chakra comes forward. Our spiritual awakening brings us peace. We start to find peace within ourselves, within what we want, within what we're looking for, and it brings us then to the energy to be mindful of subconsciously, and it's the lovers. Just getting so caught up in the romantic fairy tale story of it, and the way that has a way of playing with the reality of what we're seeing. So in our heads, something is more romantic, it's more perfect than it actually is in real life. And so we're going to have to be aware of that. This is also Gemini energy. So the duality of this time, the fact that Mercury is in retrograde. Remember, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. You know, we can find ourselves kind of tripping over things, falling in love with something just to figure out that it's not right. You know, looking at something just to realize that, oh my gosh, I loved it. And then the next day, oh no, I'm not inspired by it anymore. Just be aware of these feelings, Leo, because we would want to be more in control, more determined and focused in the way that we're moving forward. And Spirit's saying here, no, you're going to be inspired, and then you're going to discard it, and then you're going to be kind of wandering for a little bit and questioning yourself, and then, you know, inspired again. So go with that flow. It's going to be important, but you're going to need to be mindful of it. Our subconscious tarot energy from the past is the Three of Cups. These were people who were supposed to celebrate us. So here we have the celebration. We have the group of people that know us, love us, celebrate us. And then we have the people who are supposed to be by our side, who are supposed to celebrate us, who are supposed to love us, who are supposed to connect with us, and just couldn't. They made empty promises. This could be a partnership that we thought, oh my gosh, it would last forever, and it didn't. This could be, you know, a parent that we put our trust in, and yet we realized, oh my gosh, I just can't trust you, can I? You know, or a work partner even. This could be anybody that we put our faith in, and they stabbed us in the back. So be aware of this. Who are we giving our energy to? The people who love us, support us, and care for us? Or are we trying to please people who will never be pleased by us at all? It moves us then to our subconscious present self, and that's the Four of Wands. This is a celebration. This is happiness and joy. This is a celebration akin to a wedding. This could be, you know, moving job, new opportunities coming. But this is a real sense of, I get to celebrate my life here and now. Even if everything is going haywire, it's like, you know what I'm celebrating? I'm celebrating that I'm getting myself on the right track. I'm celebrating that I'm now on the right track, because we want to speak in the positive to ourselves, because we don't want to give ourselves wiggle room to be like, oh yeah, you're right, I'm not there yet, you know, type of thing. I get to celebrate me. And that's what we have to start doing subconsciously when we do things, when we get things done, when we're moving forward, when we're helping out people, when we're feeding the energy of the universe. It's like, yeah, I'm doing that. I'm getting this done. I'm bringing blessings to me. It moves us then to our subconscious future energy, and it's the Hierophant. It is, well, this is Taurus energy, but it is also, you know, this real sense of connecting with an institution, connecting with a place, connecting with something that's already established. Meaning that we're not going out and inventing something just unbelievably new, right? We're really utilizing something that is already created. So if we are into fashion, we're looking up fashion tutorials and, you know, maybe even going to school for it or taking classes. If we're interested in computer science, we're looking at things for programming. We're looking at different courses. This is fantastic energy for learning. This is also fantastic energy for fitting into the setup, right? We're not going to feel out of sorts. It's like, oh, wow, this feels right, or like this is comfortable. This I can work with, I can utilize, I can build with this. And that's going to be a very important thing because we're learning more and we're opening up new doors for us. All right, Leo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. And before we end this reading with a meditation, I would like to let you know that I am doing a reading giveaway. All right, it's to celebrate my birthday, which is on the 3rd of June, the time where Mercury retrograde ends. And yes, I know we go into the shadow period, but it's a good day. I like it. So here, I know I always use the collective we. Spirit always, really says the we more than the I within readings, but that's to connect. So I am a Gemini, and we are doing this giveaway. So here, see, I did it again, we, because it's always me and Spirit and you and me, and we're in this all together. So just write in the comment box below, I am blessed and I am prosperous. And on either the 30th or around that time, I will announce the winner. I don't know how exactly I'm going to pick. I think maybe a number generator. I don't know. And we will see who has won the free reading. All right. I, again, wish you guys nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. Now, let us end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, prosperity, and abundance of this new moon and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo. And may you have a blessed moon.